Profitable AI Side Hustles Video 5 Storybooks for Children. Welcome to the 5th video in our series Profitable AI Side Hustles. In this video, we will look at how to use AI tools to create profitable storybooks for children. Why storybooks for children? There are authors making thousands of dollars creating storybooks for children and selling them on Amazon. You can do this too using the right AI tools. AI tools to create storybooks for children. We are going to use ChatGPT to come up with storybook ideas and create the text, and Canva Pro for the illustrations. We will also use Canva to put our storybook together so that it is ready to upload to Amazon. Let's go over to the computer now to get started. There is an easy way that you can research profitable storybook ideas on Amazon. Go to Amazon.com and in the search bar, enter Storybook 4, like I'm doing here. Now what you'll notice is that Amazon provides different keyword suggestions here, like storybooks for kids 3 to 5. And what I recommend you do is try all of these keywords and see how well the books in those categories are selling. Now I know that storybook for kids 3 to 5 is a very popular category, and that's what I've chosen for this project. So I'm going to select that. And having a look at the books on the page, we can sort by bestseller. That sometimes helps. If I scroll down, you can see here, this book has 29,000 reviews, another one with 20-odd thousand reviews. And bear in mind that the number of reviews is not the number of sales. It's always a lot higher because not all customers leave a review. Okay, here's another one, thousands of reviews, nearly 8,000. So this is a good niche to be in. Kids storybooks age 3 to 5. Okay, now I've chosen my niche. I'm now going to go over to ChatGPT and get it to help me with ideas for my storybook. Now you can see that I've already done some work here. I've put in a quote, please provide some good topic ideas for storybooks for kids aged 3 to 5. And this is how ChatGPT responded. It's come up with 15 different ideas, and they all look pretty good. I recommend you go through each one of them and think about how popular they would be. You know, would it resonate with you and your children and so on? Now, of all the ideas here, one jumped out at me, which was number 8, The Brave Little Explorer. And this is a story about a child that finds a treasure map which leads to a magical forest, and kids really like this kind of story. Okay, so I'm going to use this example as my child's storybook. Now, what I need to do now is to ask ChatGPT to come up with the storybook idea for me. The actual story. Okay, so what I've done here is I've said, the Brave Little Explorer, please create chapters for me regarding the above topic for my storybook for children age 3 to 5. And it has come back and said, well, of course, yes. And it's come back with 7 chapters for my book And at first glance, I mean, it just looks fantastic. It's even given a name to my main character called Alex. And what I recommend you do when you get your story from ChatGPT is to take a copy of it and then add it to a word processing document like Notepad or Word or something like that. Okay, because you're going to go through it, maybe make some changes so that it's ready to go for your storybook. All right, but what I've seen so far from ChatGPT, this is very, very good work that it's done. Now, once you're happy with your story from ChatGPT and your edits, whatever, you're going to go across to Canva, your Canva Pro account, and you're going to use the Canva AI feature to create the illustrations for your book. All right, now here's the relevant page. You need to choose an existing design or a new design. We're going to go for a storybook. And when we choose that, it'll open a new tab. And it'll take us to the AI side of Canva where we can enter the prompt in for our first image. Now, I decided to go with Alex discovers an old and mysterious map that leads to a hidden treasure in the magical forest. And it's going to take me longer to write this than to say it. I actually chose this from the story that ChatGPT created for me. And it is a good idea. I recommend that you do this because it is a good idea to provide prompts to Canva AI that are as close to the story that you're creating as it's possible to be. All right, let me just finish entering this. Now, what Canva AI is going to do, like other image AI tools, is it's going to come up with 4 different suggestions, images, and you can choose one of them and then save it. Okay. I really am slow at typing. All right. Now we're going to create your image. And it's working away at the images. And here you go. 4 images that we could use as our illustration, our first illustration. Now, I like this one at the top. If you don't like any of them, you can go back and start again. So I'm going to click on it, put it into the storybook canvas, like so, and then resize it. And I have to say that looks really good. That's a really good image for the book. So now I'm going to click on the share button and I'm going to download this as a image file now. I don't want a PDF print at this stage. So I need to use the drop down menu here and choose either JPG or PNG. I tend to stick with PNG because the images are a bit smaller. And then I'm going to download it to my computer. Now, this is a very easy process. You just need to repeat it for the remainder of the chapters in your storybook and keep them somewhere safe on your computer, and you're going to use them again later on. Now it's time to create your storybook. So go to the home page of Canva and just type in storybook. And choose the storybook template. You will then see a lot of templates that you can use for your storybook. Not all of them are going to be appropriate, so take your time and choose what you consider to be the best template. Now I'm going to choose this one because it has a kind of forestry feel to it. So click on it, customize this template, and then you can go in and change virtually anything you want. Okay. Now, obviously, the front page, we need to change that to the title of our storybook. And we can change the child there. And we can change anything, basically, to make it look like it fits our storybook. Now, what you'll notice here is that there are individual pages of your book where you can add your image that you created with Canva AI, or your images. And you can also add the text that ChatGPT came up with, or maybe you modified it, to add that to your storybook as well. And, for this book, we can create 7 pages, 8 with the cover page. And once we're ready, once we're done with it all, we're going to download as a PDF print. And the reason you want to choose PDF print is because that's the format you need to upload to Amazon. Now, a couple of points to finish with in this video. The first is about uploading your storybook to Amazon KDP. You can create a free Amazon KDP account if you don't have one. And then you can follow the instructions to upload your first storybook. Now, you want to be sure that you optimize your storybook by using relevant keywords, creating an eye-catching book cover using Canva, and you must upload this too. Write a compelling description so people will buy the book, and price your storybook accordingly. Finally, you want to promote your storybook. Yes, Amazon gets a lot of visitor traffic, but don't just rely on this. Do more to promote your new storybook, such as promote it on your website, promote it on social media, collaborate with influencers, and use Amazon advertising. Okay, that's it for this video. See you in the next one.